All right.
Sony is a funny company. They're an interesting
They some.
company.
They are some.
It's hard for me to understand what their expectations or what their plans are. So this is bringing me to my next topic, right? And this one might be quick. Tom Holland has been the lead of the Spider-Man franchise for 3 movies now. Those movies have made in excess of $2 billion, right? Tom Holland has been given a few other opportunities to be a leading man in movies, and he's getting what's possibly his biggest chance yet with the new Uncharted movie to try to lead a film, it be carried by a franchise IP name, and to really see if he's going to have that box office draw that he has with the Spider-Man films. So what should Sony's expectations be for Tom Holland, or what should our expectations be for Tom Holland moving forward, especially when he's away from Spider-Man, especially or with this Uncharted movie, right? He even has Mark Wahlberg in the cast, who's a draw, right? Mark Wahlberg still is a draw.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg is always, even if I don't see every movie that he's in, I will tell you if I hear he's in a movie, I will consider it. I will look at the trailer.
Facts. No, that's true. I mean, Mark Wahlberg is always been hit or miss. Like he will make a hit and then he'll miss the very next movie. Then he'll make a hit after that. Then he'll miss again. Expectations are zero. Like I have zero expectations for Tom Holland because so far Tom Holland has not proven to be a box office draw. He's just not. I mean, he's been in a lot of movies, some that went straight to streaming, some that were in theaters, and nobody cares. I'm just saying, nobody cares.
That Chaos movie with him.
Chaos movie, did nobody watch that? I haven't
Did you see
heard.
it?
I did not. I heard very little noise about it, and I was just like, well, guess that wasn't that good. Lost City of Z or whatever, like that was
with him and was Charlie Hunnam, I think.
Hunnam, like that didn't really go very well. Cherry apparently bombed. He had that other movie on Netflix, something with some priest or whatever. That I watched that one.
Oh, with him and Adam Driver.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Adam Driver. It was somebody else.
It was Adam Driver.
I don't think it was him. I don't know. Whatever it was, I watched that one. Didn't go very far. Here's the thing. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm just saying that like Spider-Man is his thing. It's kind of, I'm not saying it's the same. It's kind of the Game of Thrones effect where like everybody's really hyped about Jon Snow and Sansa and all the characters in Game of Thrones. But the second they step outside that property, ain't nobody checking for them. Right. Like they're not that good. They don't carry that gravitas unless they were well established before Game of Thrones, right? I think Pedro Pascal, maybe Peter Dinklage, though Lena Headey, they can kind of survive outside of Game of Thrones. But like the new cats, not so much.
Pedro Pascal, I didn't know who he was.
I didn't either. I'm just saying like it's not for everybody, but the people that really got known.
The reason those people were really known is because they could really, really act. Like they're not like they're above average. Like Peter Dinklage, Lena Headey, they're above average actors. Same for Pedro Pascal.
Fact.
I think the thing that lowers my expectations with Tom Holland is I don't think he has that range. When you step away from Spider-Man, every time I see him in a film, I always notice this, and it's something with me with British actors. They struggle with coming up with more than one American accent.
I can see that. Yeah, it's not easy for them. It's not easy.
So Tom Holland is one of those guys where he only has one
generic American accent,
right? So when I'm watching the Uncharted trailer, I'm like, that's Peter Parker, right? He sounds like Peter Parker.
He looks like Peter Parker the whole time. Yeah.
It could be it's a little bit of his baby face, but
I think a lot of it is that like he can't transform. Like right now he can't. Even when he goes to play, because he's supposed to play Fred Astaire in like a new upcoming movie. It's just gonna be him in the top hat and the tux. You know what I'm saying? Like it's now to his credit, he does actually look like a young Fred Astaire, but at the end of the day, it's just gonna be
Yeah, but
Tom Holland dancing around.
I need
Look,
that
he's not
range.
box office.
I need
Unless
that
he's
range.
Spider-Man, he's
So
not box office like that.
he
He needs the help of the property. Instead of the other way around. He doesn't go into something and be like, "Yo, I have that rock effect where I can blow this up."
he's in that area for me of like sophomores. He's like a sophomore in acting. Him, Timothy Chalamet,
I
and a
think
few
Timothy's
others.
way better than him,
No, I do
like
think Timothy.
acting range wise.
So I think Timothy is really good too, but I think that they still need to get that resume of work to prove their range. Timothy is
I wouldn't even put Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland in the same category at all. I get what you're saying in terms of like age or experience wise, but like acting ability, they're not in the same league.
so the only reason I'm putting Timothy and Tom in the same league is because they don't have that body of work yet to differentiate them. They have the potential. They're at their early stages. They remind me of like Leonardo DiCaprio, like right after Titanic. Like, all right, you can do something.
I still
right?
wouldn't. I don't feel comfortable with this comparison because Timothy can go do Dune and then Call Me by Your Name, and what was that other one? It was the one with Steve Carell, something my boy, my beautiful boy, or something like that. Like Timothy Chalamet is not on.
I've seen Timothy in a couple movies. So far, I haven't seen The Range. I've seen him do great performances. I haven't seen him do Range. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to watch.
And he's still gonna do Willy Wonka. He still has that coming up. I will say that and that might be more so because of the roles that he takes on, but I see way more acting potential and depth in his capability than I would.
I'm still trying to wash my stench of Don't Look Up from my mind.
I like Don't Look Up.
So Timothy,
talk about it.
Timothy is gotten potential. He has a lot of potential. How about this? I'll say at his career right now, he's like a young Leo DiCaprio. He's got a lot of potential.
He's got that potential. I don't know if he'll ever touch Leo, but he has the potential to be.
It's gonna all.
He needs better role selection.
It's all going to depend on his role selection.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see where he goes from there. But he's not proven to me, and neither is Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is even further away from that. As an actor, he's further away. So, and it does suck that, he's so successful as Spider-Man. It overshadows what he might be able to be capable of in other roles. Like, he's going to have to find a role where, I don't know, he's just going to have to put some facial hair on. Like,
he's going to have
to look different. No, he needs something that pushes him.
Radcliffe. He's stuck. There's nothing you can do. You get no amount of facial hair, no amount of aging.
Damn.
Nothing you can do.
That's actually a better comparison. Because Daniel Radcliffe is kind of, AKA Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it's hard to not see him as Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it's hard. I mean, I tried.
11 years since the last Harry Potter, and
what he needed to do? He needed to take a break. Like both of them, they have to step away for like a couple years, and the closest that they can get would be Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
The only person stepping away worked for is Orlando Bloom, and even he is going to have to prove himself.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he did it.
When did he step away?
Well, after Third Rock from the Moon or whatever,
that's when he became. That's when he started doing movies. That's when he got big.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people stopped looking at him as just that kid from the TV show because he took some time off. And then when he came into acting, it was kind of like, oh, look at him. He's actually good.
I mean, we could say the same thing for Bryan Cranston, any of those guys. But my thing is, they need a lot of work to prove themselves.
I agree.
Possible.